Welcome to the Wealthy Woman's Podcast, a podcast for high-achieving women who are great at making money but struggle to build wealth. You'll learn how to take control of your money, increase your net worth, and make more. Ladies, it's time to create a life with more money and more freedom. Let's dive in. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to day one of the Stop Overspending series, where every weekday leading up until the kickoff of the Stop Overspending live course, I will release a brand new, short, sweet, and to the point podcast episode designed to get you ready and excited about the live course that is kicking off again on Monday, October 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to join me for this class, which I'm so excited about, all you have to do is go to jermainefoley.com/SOS. That's Jermaine with a G, or simply go to the show notes and grab your spot, sign up. Remember, if you join me live for the class, for the recordings of the class, you will get invited to a Q&A session for 6 weeks straight, every Wednesday following the class. So our classes are going to be on Monday, and then on Wednesday, we will have a live Q&A and coaching session where you could come and get support and help so that you can stop overspending for good. Now, our very first Q&A session will happen on October 30th at 6:30 p.m. And as I said earlier, our first class is going to be on the 28th of October at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're listening to this on or after, like in December 2024 or after December 2024, guess what? You get to just go to the website or to the show notes and grab the course. This is a self-study course that I'm recording live for everybody to have access to in the future. All you have to do is go to the show notes or go to my website at jermainefoley.com. That's Jermaine with the G, and just grab it. This course is meant for you to just be able to access it and refer to it over and over again so that you can stop overspending, because overspending is the thing that I've noticed after years and years of coaching people on their money. Overspending is what's preventing so many of us from building wealth. Women who make good money in your careers or your businesses, you are making the money, but you're not keeping the money. And where is it going? It's going to random impulse purchases, and it is robbing you of the ability to build wealth like you really desire. I know you want this. I know you want to have money. You want to be out of debt. You want so many things, but overspending is preventing you from doing that. And so I'm excited about today's episode because we're going to talk about the toll of emotional spending, right? That takes a toll on you. Overspending takes an emotional toll on you. It only feels good temporarily. And I mean very, very temporarily. It does not even last that long. You get that little hit of dopamine, and then everything else is downhill from there. And so let's go ahead and get into our topic for today. Here's what I want to say about this. It is so ironic that after we overspend to deal with a negative emotion, let's say boredom, stress, frustration, loneliness, anxiety, or any other emotion that doesn't feel good. Like, I want you to think about it. We overspend typically to deal with that. I'm stressed. I had a bad day of work. Let me go buy something. Let me go treat myself, right? So we're doing it in a way to cope with a negative feeling in our body. That's what we're doing. But what happens is we create another negative feeling in our bodies on top of that one. So let's say it's boredom. You're bored. So you go shopping because you're bored. You go buy something because you're bored. So you spend. Then after you spend, a lot of times what happens, you feel guilty. You have buyer's remorse, right? And the boredom that was there is still there, because a lot of times boredom is an emotion that's trying to speak to you. It's trying to tell you that you have a purpose for your life that's going unfulfilled. So boredom every now and then is normal, and we can have normal ways to deal with boredom that doesn't include spending money if we want to. But then there's that boredom that seems to always be there. That could be a sign that there's something deeper going on. Maybe you have a purpose that you're not fulfilling. Maybe you are having some thoughts in your mind about what life is and what it isn't. And so that's causing you to feel boredom, right? And so instead of dealing with those root causes, those are the real things that need to be dealt with, right? If you're feeling unfulfilled, or if you have some stories that you're telling yourself about life and what it should be and what it's not, those are the root cause of your problem, right? But if you're always masking those causes with shopping and buying, you never, ever, ever get to the root cause. And so you're constantly in this cycle, right? I call it the overspending cycle, where you feel a negative emotion, you spend, then you feel another negative emotion on top of that one. And now you're really not feeling good. So you spend again. So it's like this perpetual cycle that you can't break free from. And here's the kicker. Not only are the negative emotions compounding on top of each other, but your finances suffer, right? You spend everything you make. You're stuck in a debt cycle. You are not saving or investing. And I know a lot of you, you consider yourselves to make good money, but even then you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, right? And I know some of you don't want to think of it that way, but it's true. And paycheck to paycheck means that you can't go more than one paycheck without having a financial disaster on your hands, right? That's living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I want you to imagine how things can be different if you learned how to actually deal with the real issues, the real root causes, the negative emotions that you are actually unwilling to feel. What if you were willing to feel them? What if you were just willing to feel the boredom and ask yourself, like, why am I bored? Instead of running to the mall or running to Target or escaping to retail therapy online, what if you just question, like, why am I bored? And journaled about it. Like, ask yourself a question. Whenever you ask your brain a question, it loves to give you answers. And the best way to get your answers is to write it out. So get a sheet of paper, ask yourself, why am I bored? If that's the emotion, why am I stressed? Why am I frustrated? Why am I sad? Why am I lonely? And write it out. And then you will see on paper the root causes of your issues. And you can go about fixing those, solving for those, and actually feeling better permanently in that area of your life, and keeping your money and not adding another emotion that feels horrible on top of that, and not adding guilt and buyer's remorse on top of the boredom or the stress. Okay. What if you were just willing to question why you're bored in the first place and get to know yourself, get to know who you are, and get to know what is going on for you? Now that, my friend, that is the real work. And if you could get to that point, you will be on to something. You will be on your way. And this is the kind of work we're going to do inside of the Stop Overspending live course. I'm going to help you to figure all of this stuff out. We're going to get to the root cause of the issues, the root cause of the reasons why you are constantly overspending and impulse buying. Because once you get to the root cause, then it's only up from there. So if you're tired of feeling stressed, guilty, anxious, far behind, and worried when it comes to your finances, I can help you inside of the Stop Overspending live course. To register, all you have to do is go to the show notes or go to jermainefoley.com/SOS. And I would love to have you inside of Stop Overspending live. And remember, if you join me live, you will get Q&A and coaching for 6 weeks every Wednesday after the live class. All right, I will see you tomorrow for day 2 of the Stop Overspending series. Bye-bye. Hey, before you go, if you're ready to create a life with more money and more freedom, then you're invited to join the Wealthy Woman's Academy, my signature coaching program where you'll learn how to take control of your money and build wealth without sacrificing your lifestyle. To get started, head on over to jermainefoley.com/WWA. That's Jermaine with a G. See you over there. Bye-bye.